Even in district-wide technology-enabled education initiatives, like a tablet rollout program, it is the teachers who decide how the device is to be used in the classroom. Now, we've seen this. We've seen laptop schemes and programs by the Chief Minister and the Prime Minister. How many of these laptops actually are put to academic use in the classroom? That is the teacher's job. The instrument, the gadget, the equipment is there. The student automatically is going to use it for entertainment. But the teachers also know that so many laptops have been given out. Why don't they use that in the classroom? Why don't they ask the students to bring it? Everybody in the classroom may not have it, but 2 or 3 students could share one, work together, learn to cooperate. After all, you can do technology-enabled teaching even with one gadget in the classroom. It is up to the teacher. So the teacher has to take the initiative. The teacher has to make sure that these gadgets are put to the right use. Since every classroom is different, thanks to the abundance of options, teachers can now take a selective approach in acquiring resources that best fit the course content, learning expectations, most importantly, students' needs. So you have to look at all 3 aspects in deciding, do you need a laptop, an iPad, an iPhone? And honestly, all 3 are equally good. But what are the 3 things you need to focus on? Is the course content. What are you trying to teach? And will this program, will this software, will this gadget support it? What are your learning expectations? How and what will your students learn? And how will you know that your students have learned? That how will you know is a critical question to ask. And most importantly, what are the students' needs? The needs of the student. The students need to learn as much technological skills as possible. And if teachers do this regularly in all or most of the courses that the student is enrolled in, the exposure, the experience the student gets should truly benefit him in developing, acquiring, using, mastering technology skills that he or she will need for the job market. In an environment with growing classrooms, the scalability of technology-enabled education can alleviate the pressure on teachers to be omnipresent. Classroom sizes are increasing. 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 students in a classroom. And the teacher needs to be omnipresent, which means visible to all students. Is it possible? Realistically speaking, no. Particularly when you have small classrooms physically and packed with students. Even if you have large classrooms with ample space for the teacher to move, the teacher cannot be present and visible to all students all the time. But when you use technology, when you have the gadgets in the classroom and technology-enabled education is the norm, the teacher is everywhere, because the teacher then is the instrument, the machine, and the software, not the human teacher in the classroom. The human teacher in the classroom only then needs to function as a facilitator or a coach. So this also has enabled teachers to be able to reach multiple students at the same time. In a traditional classroom, this is not possible because class timings are what? About an hour? In an hour with 80 students in the classroom, even if you give 1 minute to each student, you're not getting to all the 80 students, and it's not possible. As mentioned earlier, the performance benefits of one-on-one assistance are well established. Automated tutoring enabled by educational technology can provide students the personal assistance they otherwise might not have. Traditionally, what students do is they go to schools, they go to colleges, they go to academies then. With technology-enabled education, you wouldn't need academies. The student would be able to do everything automated tutoring. Everything is built into the program, into the software, whatever kind of help the student needs. And that is today what we call analytics. The computer program, the software is done in such a way so that the analytics are built in. based on how the student moves, the speed at which the student is going through the material, the frequency of correct or incorrect responses that the student is making, the program automatically does an analysis and moves the student into a review, a reteaching, an enrichment, or an accelerated working environment. And so, individual students get the individual kind of help that they truly need. In Los Gatos, California's Hillbrook High, tech-savvy students are assigned to be tablet doctors who provide their fellow classmates and teachers with technical assistance. To think that technology is error-free and there'll be no problems is not correct. Technology will have its problems. Instruments and gadgets will break down. Bandwidths will suffer. And so what do? So these young people who are so much better at technology than we are, particularly in this one case in California, are used as tablet doctors. They go and fix what is wrong because that needs to be done. You can't throw tablets away suddenly because of some malfunctioning, but you can fix them. What better resource to use than our students who are so good with this kind of stuff?